Good. How have you been?
Been alright. It's been a little while.
Been a couple of months, yeah.
Yeah. You
So
mentioned
it's
some big changes, some move coming up for you.
yeah, in a few months more for me. So it's exciting
Yeah.
and expensive.
I can imagine. Yep.
Yeah. And complicated at the moment with the pandemic. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm still in Australia and my partner is in the UK. So everything's complicated at the moment.
And that's like, I mean, isn't that almost like opposite sides of the globe?
Pretty much, yeah. It's
Yeah. It's
11-hour difference, so I talk to her like in the night, just when she's waking up. Her time is like just before I go to bed, or like, well, would be just before I go to bed if I went to bed at a normal time. But I tend to
yeah.
stay up pretty late anyway, so it's not
Yeah.
so
Of
bad.
course, it's out of being nice so you can talk. That's the reason, right?
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So it's
Mm.
interesting at the moment. A bit of a challenge, but
Yeah. Yeah.
anyway.
And what about the dotes?
The dots. It's going okay. So at the end of last year, I like got to 4K, which was kind of like I did it, like got there before the end of the year. So I was
Mm-hmm.
pretty hype about that.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
then I took a bit of a break over like Christmas and New Year, and then like most of January just with all the stuff with my partner, like getting ready to leave and whatever. I was kind of busy, so pretty much didn't play for I guess like a month from like just before Christmas into like mid-January. And then now I've started playing a little bit again in the last couple of weeks. Uh, so still getting used to like some of the changes, learning what all the Ags shards do and everything like that.
Yeah,
um,
that's. I mean that. I don't know. This latest patch, like they just added a ton of content. Honestly, I would say the game
yeah,
itself, like meta-wise and how it feels to play, didn't change a whole lot. It's just so
it's just
many extra things basically to keep in track.
yeah, just like every second game, there's like some new spell effect, and I'm like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, basically.
So still learning those, but yeah. So overall, it still kind of feels the same. Like the meta is kind of similar, right? So it's not too bad. I think the biggest thing that I'm like struggling with is that like pucks like builds completely changed with the patch. Like everyone's building like the right click puck again, or like the phase shift attack puck again, with like
Um.
the I've seen a lot of it with like the
Yes.
new items with like the witch blade or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Which play? Yeah. No. No.
So I tried that a
Yes.
couple of times and fed a lot.
Just because people are doing it doesn't mean that it's like you have to do it or it's actually the right play. I actually like coached the guy on. Granted, it was mid puck, not offlane, but actually it goes even more so for offlane. Um, and uh, and yeah, like we did a magic build, and it worked out really well. Basically,
Mm.
um, I don't know the way to put it is like the right click puck. It's very situational, uh, and it's only something you do like because your hero might as well fit that role because nobody else in your team does. But that's like very rare. Um,
It's interesting that
I
you
mean,
say that. 'Cause
like
at least in my bracket, I see it like
no, I see it all the time, right? But every time I
very,
see
very common at the moment.
Daedalus puck, I cringe because it's so bad. It's so bad, and like I explain to you for over an hour why exactly it's so bad. But just what I say, it's so bad, because no, it's just like I guess the most simple way to say it is like imagine, like let's say you're playing with a team and you're picking, or just even if it's solo queue, whatever, and you guys are for some reason deciding together, and it's like okay guys, we need the last pick that's gonna do a lot of right click damage. Like nobody's gonna be like, oh yeah, let's go for puck. He hits really hard. Like no one ever said that, right? Like that's not why you pick the hero. It's not what the hero
Yeah,
is good at. No, it's actually the opposite. It's like, okay, guys, we have all this damage, but no way to catch them. All right, Puck seems like a good option, right? He has silence and a coil, very strong catch. So yeah, just
What is this? A game of some sort?
Okay, well, it's good to get that perspective because I've seen it a lot in the last couple of weeks. Like, probably like one of the most common like pick banned heroes in my bracket on my server at least.
Yeah.
Especially since the patch, it's like one of like Puck and OD are like the two heroes that went from like you hardly ever see them to now they're in like pick banned in like almost every single game.
Yeah,
so
that's true. Are you on offline, by the way? I can't find you in Dota.
I'm not in Dota at the moment.
Alright, if you can, I mean, if you could just open Steam at least, so I can.
I am online.
You are on Steam. Okay, my bad. Yeah, no, I think
I think.
So. Yeah.
Can you see me?
Found you. Yeah. So let's see. I see you played 2 games with Puck. Wait, let me share screen.
Did.
I imagine.
Yeah, and I had a few games I wanted to talk about from like the last few days.
Okay. You want to do as usual? Since we have 2 hours, like we just spend the first hour or so replays, then we do a live game.
Yeah, we can try that. We'll see how long it takes to go through the games and see where we're at.
All right. Okay, so I think this game might be a good example to explain why the right-click Puck. I think this is maybe actually the perfect example.
Won this game.
Yes, you won, but at what cost? Okay, so a couple of things. First, you're playing right-click Puck, and you need a dispel. Alright, so you buy Manta, which again, I get the logic. It's just that doesn't make it good, alright? Because you do not benefit from Manta. What's like the illusions are garbage. You're a ranged hero.
Yeah.
Agi is not what you want. It's yeah. You went for Maelstrom because there's a PL.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's
so
the
you
main
want...
thing that I was going for was like the Maelstrom with the phase shift attack can kill.
So you want to get AoE damage out more, right? Now, if only your hero had, you know, a spell amp and a gigantic AoE silence, that would really help against this PL. No. So the thing here is like why is right click Puck usually a terrible idea? Because like this Manta thing here is a perfect example. Like let's say in this game you actually have 2 actual right click heroes on your team. All right.
Yeah.
So what's the difference is like all these items are good on Medusa, and the only item that's like halfway decent on Puck is maybe Skadi, right? But that's and it's still you're not buying it to right click a lot. You're buying it just so you can apply it to everybody potentially with the phase shift. It's basically if you're playing regular Puck, right, you can comfortably buy a Yules and you're fighting against the Silencer, or even a Lotus if need be.
Yeah.
Or even a BKB. You would be able to buy Ags, which is again one of the main strengths of Puck, and that would completely ruin Pango's game.
Yeah.
And obviously will still be pretty good against everybody else also. You wouldn't necessarily need a blink that bad. That's another thing. It's like it's kind of ironic because right click Puck, because people also tend to go for the damage talent. Although actually even if you are playing right click Puck, you should still take the cast range, by the way. It's a lot better than the damage. But a lot of people do go for the damage, and then it's like, oh shit, I have no range whatsoever, have to get a blink. But then that's like a 2.2k gold item that doesn't actually give you any right click damage, right? So you see, like it's still kind of and then again, like this, basically you really get quote unquote get online with this 25 talent of the rapid fire, but by then, I mean, the other talent is also insanely strong and
Yeah,
OP, and
it's pretty good.
would end up, with you doing more damage regardless. And even more so this game, right? When you're up against a hero like PL, you would be way more effective just going for magic damage because, well, it's a high armor, low HP kind of hero, right? And also has illusions. You need AoE damage, which you get from your spells, not from, buying a Maelstrom.
Okay.
And also you have Troll Medusa on the team who don't have the option to go like there's no such thing as a magical Medusa, right? So they are locked into a right click build. I mean, there's just no other way around it. That's how the heroes work. So you don't want to, when you have the option, you don't want to become a third right clicker because that makes it like, let's say this guy E-blades somebody and so all of a sudden all three cores cannot do any damage, or this guy pops Ghost, nobody can do any damage because the only magic hero also went for right click.
Yeah. That makes sense. So not a good idea then.
Yes, no. Basically, the only times that it is good, and I would say it's still not like a full right-click build, but more like a hybrid build, is when, first of all, your team has already a bunch of stuns. Like I'm talking a lot of stuns, right? Like the offlaner has a stun, the carry has some kind of stun, and one of the supports has one or both of the supports also have stun. So it's like your control is not necessary, right? But if your team has that many stuns, usually they lack damage, and you need to make up for the damage. Again, definitely not the case this game. When you're playing with a hero like PA, like there's two options. Either PA's damage is enough, and you just have to control them. Or if it's not enough, then no matter how much damage you do, it's also not going to be enough because it means, I don't know, like you're getting wrecked, or PA has no game, it's 4v5, or PA doesn't get to hit anybody because they're, have these defensive things or whatever. Yeah, so if you are going right click, it should be at least against, with that kind of team and against squishy, low armor heroes, intelligence heroes.
Yeah.
So definitely not, Cent&SK Veno, but heroes like, if you're up against the Sky, Sky Zeus, AA, Maiden, Deep, whatever. Like, well, Deep is not that squishy, but you get the point. It's just dealing damage is not only about having a big number next to your damage, but it's about getting to use that. All right, so looking at this game, you did actually skip the blink and go for the cast damage. But still, realistically, how do you deal your damage outside of the Dream Call Rapid Fire? Right?
I do not.
I mean, basically, because you get that at minute 35. And AM has Abyssal at
This was like a disaster of a game besides that, but
31. I mean, actually, it's not just the AM Abyssal, like, what about this SK stun, right? It's like, so you need to press your defensive spell to actually do damage. Right?
Yeah.
And then
that's the main thing I've noticed is I use it offensively and then I'm like, oh, now I'm just dead. So
not ideal. Let me see if I can real quick find the guy. So we were doing Puck and we did he's probably offline. Just I wanted to show one of the games so you can see the build. Maybe I can find his Dota buff. Sorry, it's just gonna be a second. But yeah, basically the idea is the magic build is yes, your damage initially is quite limited before you really get the big ticket items, but you have the survivability, right? You have the ability to target first of all whoever you want without risking your life, and you're able to stay alive, so you get multiple rounds of spells off, and that and like results in you actually doing way more damage. Okay, I think I found it. So let me. Yeah, you should see the total buff here, right?
Is it? I can see it, yeah. But is it just like the same as before, like in the previous patch?
Not quite, because well, actually one of the other big changes was the Octarine core buildup.
Yes.
All right, so I think let's see. Okay, he experimented since then with some. Still buying the Witchblade. I guess that item is just so tempting. Let me see which of the games it was. Oh yeah, this one for example. This was the one I live coached him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, also this was a slightly experimental partially, but you see the initial like beginning of the build is what's solid. So yeah, I remember the game because his team was very upset with him. So basically, double null into travels. It can also be triple null, by the way. I mean, it's kind of a preference thing, but
yeah.
Instead of the bottle or the wand. Then lens and then a fast Octarine, right? So with this super early Octarine, this is one of the biggest changes, right? Because it builds from lens, so it's actually viable to rush. Between the lens and the cast range talent, right? The range on the jump becomes really high.
Okay.
So you don't actually need a dagger.
Yeah.
It's nice because all the spells are. It's like not only do you jump far with the rift, but also the coil reaches so far that you don't even need to jump to coil whoever you want to.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's cool.
And once you have this, right, like your hero basically has everything, like all three things that can boost, like at this stage, all three stats, I guess you call it, that boost active items, right? You have cast range from both the item, from both Octarine and the talent. You have cooldown reduction from Octarine, and you have spell amp from your talents and the talismans.
Yeah. Okay.
So then you start picking up items that benefit from that, right? So we went E-Blade, and this E-Blade has basically like 1.3k range or so. It's a shorter cooldown and it deals more damage. And even with just an E-Blade, like he mentioned, like he was afraid to use this item, like never bought it because it seemed scary or whatever. But it's so much damage, the slow, everything, like it's and it's just very easy to use when you have all these other items boosting it. Yeah, and then I actually went for the Cent&SK before the Dagon. I'm not sure. Yeah, looking back at it, probably would have been best to just go straight for the Dagon. But yeah, obviously once you have this, it's like ridiculous amounts of spell amp, ridiculous damage, ridiculous range, and it's most importantly because you have this range, the CDR and everything, like you cannot die while doing it. Alright,
yeah.
I'm not sure if I showed you, but just so you, like in demo, so you get a feel for what the ranges look like on the Rift. Basically, we have like 4 different ranges, right, for it, and it is actually important to be aware of those. So this is Rift just without anything. Right, this is the shortest possible one. It's a very like a mini jump. You can just barely get over cliffs. All right, now the Rift with the cast range talent. It's a bit more decent, right? You could kind of consider it a mobility spell at this point. Now we get the lens, and all of a sudden it's like an actual blink, right? You can actually jump in the middle of the fight with this, right?
Yeah.
And the way it's coded, it's nice because you should always click like way beyond the max range, and it'll always go to max range. It's not like blink dagger where you can overshoot. Yeah. And if you reach level 25, which again, if you're going for a right click build, you're kind of useless until 25. Instead of just being useless until 25, like if you reach 25, like the game becomes super easy because like this spell is just out of this world, right? And that's considering. Yeah, so if you also have Octarine, right, 5.3 second cooldown. So first of all, you have like, what, 70% uptime on the silence. The AoE is like pretty much, the whole screen wide. Yeah. And the jump range is massive. It is actually like a blink dagger.
Like the same as blink dagger, right?
Yeah,
even longer,
it's
maybe.
Insta-cast uninterrupted on a already slippery hero, right? Yeah, I mean, if we do the math, it's So yeah, max distance 575 with talent, and then we add 400 bonus cast range. Yeah, it's 975 basically.
A little bit less than Blink, but it's pretty
Yeah.
far.
Yeah. And when you have these short cooldowns, right, and then look at the, let's say the E-Blade and the Dagon ranges, right? E-Blade range is this, Dagon range is this, right?
It's crazy.
And a regular combo. Like, I'm gonna have to give this guy extra HP, I think, so he doesn't actually die to it. Yeah, so let's say this axe with 4k HP. It does have 100 health per second region, but still. Yeah, this is damage of a regular combo, right? It's about 2000, and it's
2000 damage. Yeah.
2000 damage, and the longest cooldown that's part of this combo is E-Blade at 15 seconds, right?
Cool.
Yeah, and most, yeah, that's without the coil, and yeah, like again, the biggest deal is you're not. It's very safe, right? You're not risking anything by dealing this damage again, unlike the other build.
Yep.
There's still
convinced.
Lots of room. Okay, there's still lots of room to you know, adapt a little bit. Also, this is for mid puck a bit more so than offlane puck. Although if you are snowballing on the offlane, you can essentially play it the same way.
Yeah.
If you're not quite snowballing, there's some other things to do. One of the main adaptations I like personally. Oh yeah, granted, this by the way is also for games that you don't need a Yules, right? They don't have any strong silences.
Yeah.
One of the other main adaptations I personally really like is Meteor Hammer. If you are getting this, you want to get first item. Again, benefits from...
You told me to get it in one of the live games we did.
Yeah, like again, it benefits from all those things like cast range, CDR, spell amp, everything. And especially if you know that, like, you look at your team and you have like this well, actually this game is a pretty good example. Like, nobody's hitting buildings. Let me go back to your game to see what the...
It's kind of the same, like PA doesn't hit
buildings.
buildings.
PA doesn't hit buildings, nobody else is even gonna try to, so... and especially if you're up against like annoying defending heroes like Veno, Techies, Zeus. It can be quite nice.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. I might try that out.
Yeah, and I would say definitely travels are the boot type for puck. The only thing is, like, when do you get them? Like, you cannot always afford to rush them again because that's quite greedy. But if you're not rushing them, then just keep brown boots and get them later. There's rarely a point in bothering with treads again, unless we're like rushing the lane, right? When you can kind of rush the treads to right click a lot if you're, depending on who you're up against.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Well.
Yeah. So I had some games I wanted to look at. I can link you them as well. Because I don't know which ones they are in that list.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If you could just send me the idea if you want. Yeah.
I just link you the Dota buff pages. So the first two are like pretty similar.
Oops.
So we maybe just have to look at one of them, I guess. These two. So both of them, I'm Centaur in. Well, I guess they're a little bit different because, like, the Weaver Witch Doctor lane, I went into it knowing that that's a bad lane, right?
Yeah.
Because Witch Doctor is super annoying, and like
minutes.
you can't really do any. Well, this game Tidehunter abandoned, but the laning stage is what I wanted to look at. I don't.
Okay.
After the lane, I don't really care. So the lane was normal, and then Tidehunter went like 0-6 and abandoned. But so this lane just like felt really, really bad to play. But then when I look at the actual stats, I wasn't as far behind as I felt like in the actual game.
Yeah, I definitely know that feeling when it's like you feel like, oh, I'm getting absolutely destroyed, and you look at it's like just a small lead for
this one actually wasn't too bad, but it felt really bad during the game. So I was wondering if like this, because I know like I don't want to play the lane straight up because like Witch Doctor Weaver like can just harass me for free, and I can't really do very much about it, and AA doesn't help very much either.
Yeah.
Like AA just does damage, right? Which doesn't really help in a lane where I can't be aggressive. But then I also felt like I can't really just like pull the wave in this lane because Witch Doctor with it can just kill me if I try to pull the wave.
Wait, how are they just getting you if you... What do you mean? Pull the lane where? Like, to
like if
drag
I
the
walk
creeps?
behind a tier 1 to drag the wave.
Yeah.
Like, if Witch Doctor is contesting me, like dragging the wave, on his own he does heaps of damage. If he just like maledicts you and stuns you in the creep wave, you just take tons of damage, right? And then Reaver just has to scoot you over and I'm dead, pretty much. So I guess like ideally my support would maybe drag the wave, but this guy is not listening to me, so
Yeah.
you know, that's life, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't even be
be
too sad about this death. But I mean, you're actually ahead in last hit so far, yeah, because they're busy.
Yeah, I'm actually ahead in last hits for like the whole lane.
Yeah, it's just
pretty
that
much.
they kill you occasionally, yeah.
Yeah, I just die 3 times. AA feeds like 5 deaths, I'm pretty sure. So.
This is a super small thing, by the way, but shit, it's a replay bug now. I will not cut this tree in particular because
which one? Sorry.
This one that you just cut just now. Yeah.
Because you can juke behind it.
Well, yeah, basically, like if you think about the situation you're in right now, they don't actually chase, but it's very likely that you get in the same situation where they do chase you, and this is the first tree that you can hide behind. Not only is it the first tree you can hide behind, but also if it's not this one, the next one is way over here, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's a very small thing, but something to consider, and that's also something you want to try to use as much as possible, which you were kind of ran in these trees, like as a melee hero against ranged heroes.
Yeah, I tried to do it. Yeah, I don't think I do it like as effectively as I should. I guess.
Okay, so yeah, for example, what you could do here is you can again, this guy's all the way over here, so you could use these trees. Yeah, you might have to forfeit the range creep; it's very far, but so basically aggro the creeps towards you here. Like enemy creeps will run somewhere here, your creeps will chase them, and then like you're basically right next to them, but you're in the fog, right? So they can't harass you. And if they run in, then they're in hoof stomp range. So
okay.
But it's basically the opposite, and like that's not.
Because now I run into these trees, but he's already there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, save the AA.
Yeah.
Crown? What the hell is this guy buying?
I actually don't remember what he buys.
I mean,
His team were flaming him in the post game though, for his build. He goes like something into BKB. I don't remember.
I don't think any of these items are a great idea on Weaver. So.
So here I actually do drag a wave.
Yeah.
But then I go to help AA, and then it ends up back here anyway, which is not too bad because it's pushing super hard.
Yeah. So, I mean, looking at it, I think you played it about as well as you could expect. I mean, there's still obviously some minor like laning, but that's like general laning stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry?
And I missed a few uncontested last hits.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but like that kind of stuff and like dragging the creeps in the trees and all that shit, that's like general laning stuff.
I was just wondering if there's something like more major. It's just like this is just one example, but like this specific, I guess, lane dynamic is one that I really struggle with. I've noticed.
But the thing is, it's not a 1v1 lane, right? So I can't tell you, like, basically like the way the game is designed. Yeah, like dealing with tough lanes happens, like in competitive, like it's still 2v2, right? That's where the shenanigans with pulling the wave and everything, like that's what happens in pro play, but it involves your support doing part of it. Okay. Since you're in this position where, you know, you cannot count on that, the only thing really to say is, you know, how can you make sure you like you're bound to fall behind a little bit from this, but you know, how do you minimize the losses basically?
Yeah.
There's no way you solo outplay two dudes like while your AA is like has no clue what he's doing, unless it's like, I don't know, unless they're much much lower MR than you somehow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I like for me, this is probably like the type of lane where I go into the lane being like, I'm gonna get wrecked. Like when it, especially if it's like a ranged hero with like a annoying support. So like Drow is kind of similar. If it's like Drow plus any kind of threatening support, like a Witch Doctor or an Undying or something like that, then I just like go into the lane being like, I have no idea how to like not get super far behind in this lane.
Okay,
And
I mean,
like this one is actually not that bad. Like it felt a lot worse than it was, but the second one I linked is like worse. Okay. So that one might be better to look at, I guess.
The thing here is though, like you're playing Centaur, right? You have a spell that can help you, get some key items and catch up a little bit. I mean, there's almost no offlaner that likes to play from behind, obviously, but it's still much rather be a Centaur than somebody that is way worse, right? Like Slaughter, yeah. So in that sense,
it's pretty much the same situation, except it's Arc Warden instead of Weaver.
So
this one I felt like a lot, like it kind of felt the same in terms of like I'm losing the lane by a little bit, but it felt a lot worse because it's like in the first case it's like okay, it's just a Weaver, whereas like here it's like if Arc Warden gets a good start, like it's kind of scarier. I guess. I felt like more pressured.
Argue the opposite actually, because our Arc is a late game hero, right?
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but
maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. But to me, it's like, oh, the late game hero is getting a really good start. Like I feel.
Okay, well, remember what we talked about, right? With the which hero you were trying to pressure? Do you remember all that stuff?
Yeah.
Not the late game hero. Yeah. So the point is like, if Weaver gets a good start, he's gonna run around and two-shot everybody. If Arc gets a good start, that's like
he's gonna buy a Midas.
Faster Midas. Yeah. Like, who cares, right?
Okay. And I think part of this lane also might just be that like I don't understand how to play against Arc Warden very well. So if that's what it is, then yeah. That'd be cool.
Arc Warden is like, imagine it's like a sniper with a single target shrapnel that doesn't work if you stand next to somebody.
Yeah.
Wait, like he's a lot weaker. It's just he's a little bit tankier. That's all.
But when you put it that way, it just sounds like he's like way worse than Sniper. But I struggle so much.
I mean, he is though. He is. It's just he gets very strong later. But
it'd be good to see what I'm doing wrong.
So I mean, the first thing you could think here,
I always struggle.
The best way to approach this lane, again, depends a little bit on how your Phoenix does, but generally, the weakness of these guys, Arc especially, and Witch Doctor doesn't help. Is that they have no wave clear, right? They have no way to push the wave, to manipulate the creep wave.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
Spark doesn't do very much damage to creeps, right?
It's single target. That's the thing.
Oh, is it? Okay. I thought it hit all the creeps. Okay,
no.
That's
a huge. I mean, okay, wait. If this spell was AOE, like the hero would be mega broken. Like trust me, no,
so I'm like
you would know about it.
Because away from the creep wave when the Spark Wraith is gonna hit it, and I don't need to.
Okay, that's a very key point. No. Let's put it like this. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say if this spell was AOE, like this would be a 80% win rate hero because that would mean that he can fucking delete creep waves, right? Like, because you put one and the clone puts one and the creep wave is gone. And that would make him by far the fastest farmer in the game. And it's also one of the best late game heroes, so that would be super, super overpowered. No.
Okay.
It hits one creep.
Alright, well that's the first thing that I'm doing wrong.
Yeah. That's why, like, he has no AoE whatsoever. And his right click isn't that good early on, like very low attack speed.
Yep.
So combine that with Witch Doctor also not having any significant wave clear, it means ideally you push the wave and you pull on it. Like it's very hard for him to contest that. Yeah. The situation that they're strongest in.
I think I do this, but I don't remember. It might be the wrong game. But I think I shoved the first wave super hard into the tower and we pulled a big camp. But we'll see. Might be remembering the wrong game.
The only thing you want to avoid, like Flux, is kind of like, all the other spells that just own you if you're isolated, right? Like, Omnislash, Eclipse, Leshrax Edict, all that kind of shit, right? If they catch you alone with, let's say from level 3 onwards, if they catch you alone with Flux and Maledict, yeah, you're probably gonna die. But
Yep.
if you're next to the creeps, then the spell literally does nothing. Right?
Yep.
So, and if you have creeps and they're tanking them, right, there's no way they right click because they'll just die to your creeps. So that's why this lane is all about the creeps. In fact, this guy even took fucking Voodoo Restoration.
That guy has heal. Yeah, so I was like, this is really good because he took
Yeah.
heal level 1. So
Yeah. So it might help if you like try a game or two. If you struggle against this hero, like again, one of the best ways, you gotta play the hero yourself a game or two. Maybe unranked or whatever. Like
definitely unranked.
what the Arc wants to do.
You don't want to see me control 2 units at once. It's not pretty.
No, like Arc Witch Doctor. I mean, most Arc Warden lanes. If I'm Arc Warden against Centaur Phoenix with the Witch Doctors, I'll be like, holy shit. I hope I don't die, and I'll just try to get as much farm as I can before I dip out to the jungle.
I'm definitely doing something wrong then. So.
What he wants to do is he wants to secure range creeps with his Spark Ray, basically. That's it.
Yes.
So, if you have the HP and if you have other, your creeps alive, so you don't just die afterwards to the Flux, you could even try to tank the Wraith so that, you mess up his last hit. Yeah, the only situation you want to avoid is that as your creep wave is dying, you're like the last creep is about to die, you're still sticking around because then you get fluxed. Yeah.
Especially with Witch Doctor, because you get cask bounce off the one creep, right?
There you go, Spark Ray.
So here's me running out of range of the AoE. That doesn't exist.
Alright, so yeah, you guys do get a push going, kind of.
Yeah. This is not the right game. I'm remembering a different game.
Not that much. Actually, yeah, so because the heal also works on creeps, that actually prevents the push a little bit. I don't know if that was actually Witch Doctor's plan next level. Okay, this is basically what should not happen. Alright, it's you and one creep. In fact, the next wave is never coming because it's getting pulled. Yeah. If they...
So you would just give up this range creep?
I mean, let's see how it goes. But yeah, you kind of have to, right? Like, you kind of... going for this is just too dangerous. And even if you don't die, you're going to lose a bunch of HP. So in these cases, sometimes you have to give it up. And instead, you could prioritize, like, denying yours or just dragging these away. Yeah. But basically, when this situation happens right here, or like if
I
they're...
guess I felt safe because they're still level 1.
Yeah, they're level 1. Fair enough. I'm saying...
They don't have... He doesn't have Cask or Maledict, and the other guy doesn't have Flux.
In exactly this case, yeah, it's fine, obviously. They're level 1. But I'm just saying, if this happens and they're level 3, you're just dead, for sure.
Yeah, makes sense. And I missed the last hit anyway.
Alright, so... I mean, so far, don't see any issues. I guess when I get some levels, it starts getting tough.
Yeah.
Okay, it takes Medic level. Okay. We said the one situation where he's strong is when you're isolated, so you create that situation yourself, right? There's absolutely no reason for it, but the creeps are all the way over here, you're all the way over here. That's gonna be a full flux. If he decided to use it, which he didn't. Okay.
Probably die, right?
I mean, level 1 is not that strong. It also depends, like...
With the Maledict? I don't know.
Yeah, it might have been a death, yeah. Yeah, now that it's level... it jumps up, right? The damage doubles. At level 2, it's like one of the most valuable spells. It's actually the mana cost stays the same, but like
it's
right now it's
too, right?
Yeah, 30% slow, which is obviously a lot. It's like from 20, like 20 is still kind of manageable. 30%, I think I will put it in like disable category, right?
Yeah.
30 plus is like hard to get away from. And 30 DPS, so 180 damage for 75 mana. It's like it's a lot.
Yeah.
And it essentially sets up for his spark rate because you cannot get out of the radius.
Yeah, because you can't run out of it. Yeah.
And the spark rates also apply mini slow themselves.
Yep.
So they're diving the Witch Doctor, bait out Maledict, it's all good. Yeah, so here you decide to help the Phoenix, I guess, but
Yeah,
definitely...
the Phoenix. He was like raging at me, and I'm like, dude, the creeps are over here. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's just you guys are creating the exact like. This is the only time that the spell works, right? And like, if you just play next to the creeps, the spell literally doesn't work, right? It actually said the effect is muted, right? It doesn't do damage, it doesn't slow, it doesn't do anything whatsoever.
Yes, yeah.
And also, like, counting on each other to like buddy system, not a great idea against Witch Doctor, right? So yeah.
I mean, well, it wasn't my idea.
Yeah. So here you gotta tell him like, if you want to feed, that's on you, like, and just fucking let him die. And just get these last hits, man, like, because you're getting not only the... It's really nice because you're essentially preventing the... You're not getting your XP denied from the pool, and you're getting the neutral Centaur last hit.
Yes.
Killing your own kin, but it's like a lot of extra gold.
Yes. I was quite mad, because now he spam pings me, and then I spam ping him back. I'm like, what the hell are you doing over there? Yeah, it was... Yeah.
Now...
So I definitely knew... During the game, I was like, I shouldn't help this guy, and then I was like, fine, I'll walk over.
So yeah, I mean, classic case of, okay, terrible support. But how come this game you don't get fast boots, and you decide to rush the hood?
Because I'm bad, I guess. So, I mean, my thinking is that, like, at least in the early game, Arc Warden is predominantly magic damage because Flux is magic and the Wraiths are magic, and his right click doesn't do much early. Also, Maledict is magic, so I'm like, rushing hood is good for that reason. That's pretty much it.
Okay, but
whereas
so
boots is like, I guess.
Okay, the thing is, so you're saying
like I'm against two slows and Witch Doctor, so I guess
you're buying this item for the lane essentially, then, right?
I mean, I guess so. Like, it's also like pretty much you get it most games on Centaur anyway.
I mean, your choice is always Pipe or Crimson, basically, right?
Yeah.
Because both are very good. Now,
yes, for sure. Obviously, Crimson's good against Beast Master.
So I mean,
and Death Ward, I think.
Queen of Pain ult is pure.
Yes.
Spear Breaker is some magic, but it doesn't really, you know, it's not about his damage. It's about his disables, right? The major damage comes from Queen of Pain ult, pure, Beastmaster physical, Witch Doctor Maledict. Yes, that's magical, but that's pretty much, you know, one of the few things. And then okay, his ulti is physical, and then Arc. Okay, yes, he's like, I would say he's 50-50 because even when he gets a lot of right click damage, it's, you know, largely from
like
Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess with having a PO on the team, yeah, he would benefit more from a pipe, so I can see it there. But so yeah, overall for the game, I would say it's kind of a 50-50. I can get behind the pipe, mostly because of this PL, because he doesn't care about the, you know, right clicks. He cares about spells, so he does benefit a lot more from pipe. However, you having a hood, like when do you get it? Let's see, your level probably when you're like level 6 or so. Alright, you're level 7 actually. Okay, the point is that means these guys are also level 6-7, and you can have hood and a heart, and you're probably still gonna die if you get caught in like the, you know, Maledict with ulti and double flux and everything. Like, your only way out of that is with Stampede, right? To avoid it's the kind of damage that you cannot tank, right? That's why that's why like this cloak I think makes basically no sense, because the point is to not get hit by the flux in the first place, not to be able to tank the flux, right? Or the same with Maledict.
If I had boots, I'd probably kill him. Anyway.
Or at least I would get the Ring of Health first, because then like that actually kind of helps you farm too. You can tank.
Yes, makes sense.
I went for level 2 double edge. That's. Do you usually do that, or?
No, not every game. Normally I max it last.
Yeah. So how come this game?
So I mean, a combination of the fact that I already have a cloak means I can use it more to farm. Also, I tend to use it more in lanes where I'm like, I need to just walk up and double edge the creeps and walk away
Ah, okay.
in order to get farm.
I don't think that should be. Doesn't sound like a very solid plan for any lane, to be honest. You could stampede killer here with double edge, yeah. Oh,
I
close.
try.
Yeah, maybe a little bit late.
I probably should have tried like 2 seconds earlier.
Yeah, before he bottled back the mana for the.
I was
blink.
kind of like, at this point I was like panicking. I was like, oh, I should have TP'd, now it's too late to TP. Oh, I should go and kill the Queen of Pain. It was just too slow in my head. That's all. Like, I was on the right page, it's just too slow.
Happens, yeah. I think what you're saying, like walk up double edge to get that, like that. I don't think that's a very viable approach to any lane, to be honest, because like first of all, when you like just use the spell to get last hits, that's for like a tough lane, right, where you can't. Like, if you're in range to double edge, you're in range to right click. So what's the point? And this actually does damage to yourself. So what's stopping them from just going on you when you walk up to double edge, right? Like, you're kind of helping them nuking yourself. Yeah, I would say the time to actually level, like the benefit of the spell is that it has a crazy short cooldown. So realistically, at 4 seconds, you can use it twice in 1 kill attempt. So it should be in lanes where you're actually stronger, a good lane partner, and you can actually like leveling this one or two more points might allow you to get extra kills, right? So that would be potentially, I don't know, like you have a setup like Shadow Demon or some shit, or some strong support, and you're up against a squishy, agi carry like PA, Terrorblade, right, with high armor, low HP that you don't want to right click much.
Yeah.
So you need magic burst. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically what I would level the double edge, but and also if it comes to farming, again, retaliate is obviously just way better.
Yes.
And faster. And yeah, I think also like you're underestimating, like you farm so fast with retaliate, man. Like it's not that big of a deal if you're not free farming the lane.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just looking at it wrong. It's literally, it is just like, oh, I can like stand in the trees, walk out, double edge the wave, and then walk away and not die. Like that's kind of like super defensive thinking.
Okay, but
really.
if you can do that, then what's stopping you from just walking up and right clicking the last hit and then walking out?
It's kind of like the thought process that you were talking about before, where it's like, well, if I kill the creeps fast enough, then there's still like 2 allied creeps or 3 allied creeps left, so I don't die to like cask flux. Whereas if I stand there and hit the wave, like you said, and then there's like 1 creep left, then I'm gonna miss the last 2 CS every wave because I have to back off it. Like, 3 of my creeps are dead.
Okay, but the whole thing was assuming that you're just staying in the trees. You can't like stay there, and if you can stay there, then because you pushed the wave, then you don't have to back off in the first place. Do you get what I mean? Like it's
yeah, I'm just thinking about it right
either you're playing defensively and you're dipping in and out of the trees.
Yeah.
And in that case, you should be maxing. That means you're not getting a lot of last hits. That means you should be maxing retaliate so you can eventually catch up.
Yep.
Or you are shoving the wave, but then you're not backing off, right? Because you shove the wave and you have the creep advantage, right?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like shoving the wave and backing off seems kind of, you know, what was the word, like conflicting, right? Like anyway, now I get the hood. Yeah, the clone does give a lot of golden XP. Yeah, the hood, it is nice because
I didn't get the kill. I was super annoyed.
loads of
Timed out with like 20 health.
Yeah, it's a classic. Or with Tombstone, I hate with Tombstone. It's like,
Yeah.
I commit to hitting the Tombstone and like on the last hit it times out.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this lane's kind of finished now, so.
Yeah.
But like as you can see, it's like I didn't do anything to the Aquater, and he got like an 8 or 9 minute Midas. I'm behind by like 15 last hits, I think. I'm like 1200 gold. I died.
But also, like you say,
the lane. So I just felt kind of shitty coming out of this lane, right?
Yeah, but it's not. so first of all, it's all game losing. Second, if you went for, I'm pretty sure if you had max retaliate now, you wouldn't feel that bad because you know you can start power farming, skipping waves with like whatever.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, like the whole plan with this, you know, double edge hood maxing, like you said, lane is pretty much over. It's 10 minutes in, right? So it's no longer relevant. And now that's why you gotta think like after the lane stage, what spells do I want max? Like, what am I gonna do? All right.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, in this game I also was like doubly bad because I was like, I don't know what, like I came out of my lane behind, like I wasted my first stampede, like I had the right idea but it didn't work out right, and then like Arc Warden's off to a really good start, and then I look over and like my other two lanes are also losing, so I'm like, well, I guess I just rush a blink and try to kill someone.
yeah, I mean, it is definitely a very tough spot to be in, but yeah, Sniper also not having a great time. This guy's going Midas, oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, like Orb of Venom Midas on PL, I don't know.
First you get a fighting item, then you get a farm.
I mean, at least he didn't go like the full Orb of Corruption and then Midas, like, you know?
Yeah,
Stopped at the Orb of Venom.
That's better.
So the rest of this game is like kind of just a complete disaster. Sniper got pretty owned here. I TP in and die. It's very sad.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
And then we just get run over because we have a PL with Midas and a Sniper with no items. And
yeah. So I think there were definitely much bigger issues. If the enemy beast has Necro 3, you know, at 10 minutes, I think
I mean, the rest of this game I don't really care about. Like, it's like we lost all 3 lanes and our course built stupid items, so it's whatever. I just wanted to look at the lane because it is a type of lane I lose all the time. Like if it was a Drow Ranger or any kind of like ranged hero, like a ranged position 1 with like a Witch Doctor or an Undying or whatever, like I always feel super shitty coming out of the lane. So I wanted to look at a couple of those and get an idea of like what I should be doing differently.
Yeah, I think as again, like if you're a hero that has a spell that helps them farm, like Cent&SK in this case, you definitely want to max that and use that to farm, right? Unless you have some specific. I was thinking about Axe, right? If you feel like, you know, with Axe you can somehow do something, you can maybe put like a second point in Hunger, but the same way, right? Like you're gonna max the Helix so you can farm.
It makes sense when you put it that way, because like that's exactly how I play on Axe. So when you put it that way, it makes sense. It's like if I'm winning the lane, then I put the second point in because it's like you just completely zone them out with it.
Yeah.
Like it snowballs you pretty hard with the second point. So it makes sense when you compare it to Axe for sure, because that's exactly how I play Axe. So
yeah, it's like for all heroes have this, like for example with Bat, if you're owning, you put more points in Napalm because it's more aggressive. But if you're just gonna have to farm, you put more points in Firefly.
that makes sense.
And yeah, what else? Yeah, with SK it's like the
Tanking, same thing.
It's the
right?
Sandstorm, whether you level it or not.
Yes.
And yeah, I guess with Legion I would. Well, he's not that strong right now, but
yeah, it doesn't feel as good as it did before.
yeah, it's not. Yeah, somehow this early 5-man makes, you know, your.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly pick it for the dispel now.
Yeah.
Is the main reason. I don't know if I did it in that game, but yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. If you're ready, can queue for a game. Are we? So
I had like one other game I wanted to look at.
Okay.
Quickly. Okay. Actually, two, but they're the same idea as well. Like one thing I'm really struggling against at the moment is PA. Interestingly. Because I used to never struggle against PA at all, so I'm not sure exactly what's different now. I mean, like Orb of Corrosion, I don't know.
Regarding the laning phase or in general?
In the lane, yeah. Like I seem to just get owned by PAs now in the lane stage when I never used to. Like I used to go into lane against PA and just be like, I'm gonna win this lane, no problem. And now I tend to just not. So I was wondering, like, has something changed with PA that I don't know about, or am I just doing something
pretty big base damage buff a while back, but I don't think it was this patch. I think it was maybe the one before.
Yeah, because I have like two games in a row against PA, one where I'm Senking and one where I'm Venomancer, and it's both kind of the same, where it's just like, man, I'm getting owned.
So with this Veno
Um,
or this one?
The loss with the Veno, but the Senking and the loss with Senking actually.
Okay, yeah.
So the Senking game, I even went phase boots because I was like, this will help.
Okay,
but it
let's
did not help.
take a look at the SK one first then.
Yeah,
So
I think this is the one. I have a Storm Spirit, right? Yeah, this one.
it was PA with, was it a 5
PA
sniper
sniper.
or?
It's 5 sniper, yes.
Okay.
So I went into this lane, and as soon as I saw the sniper, I'm like, this is a super weak lane that we should win.
Mm-hmm.
And we got first blood as well at the rune. So I was like, this should be the easiest lane
Yo,
ever.
you got first blood with level 1 Sandstorm?
Yeah, you can watch it if you want.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Yeah, Snapfire Sandking is pretty strong.
I held my skill point, and they like chased us super deep, and so then I skilled Sandstorm and salved in the Sandstorm, and then killed them.
Okay, I see.
And for some reason, I used Sandstorm, and they had no detection, and they just like stood around while my salve ticked up. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but yeah. So like, I only skilled Sandstorm because I needed it to not die.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would not usually skill Sandstorm at level 1. I try to avoid it unless I'm like, I need it to not die.
I mean, look at it, you were still basically the same net worth as PA though, coming out of the lane. Right? It was,
I don't know. I just remember the lane felt super hard, and then like the whole game after the lane felt really hard as well. I'm not sure why.
This is the net worth at 11
That's
minutes.
actually pretty close. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's closer than I thought.
I will still say like you hope to be, you know, higher net worth.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of go into the lane feeling like it's a weak lane, and I got first blood. Like I should be winning the lane, not going even, right?
Yeah.
So
Let's see.
30 seconds.
Yeah, they're both just kind of fighting in the sandstorm for some reason.
yeah, I'm not really sure what they are doing at this stage.
Yeah. Get a 5-stick charges before the lane actually starts. It's pretty nice.
And now I'm like, well, I guess I have Sandstorm now. I may as well shove the wave and pull the big cam.
Yeah, Shrapnel is it's a bit annoying against Sandstorm, but I don't know, it's not the biggest deal. As you get levels,
Snapfire
you're-
actually pulls.
actually
like,
pulls,
you know.
yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, this looks like easy. You got pretty much.
Yeah, so I'm like, first blood, free level 3. Everything's going right, and then just disaster. Like,
Okay, I mean
maybe
this
I don't think we kill him.
part. Okay, so this is like a general. If a spell is missed, you stop going for the kill, right?
Yeah, because the cookie missed. Otherwise, he'd
Cookie
probably just
missed,
die
so yes, okay, shit happens. Let him go, right? From experience, like 999 times out of 1,000, like this goes horribly, right? To keep chasing after you miss a spell. So yeah, just the snap just dies here, and you take Virginia damage. This is the first like major oof in the lane. It just happened because you're going on the snipers, and this seems to be a recurring thing, right? Like Deja Vu, the Phoenix earlier fighting the support here. If your support is fighting their support, doesn't mean you have to go there, right? Like let him do what he wants. Okay, skipping the end of support base, but it's on you to, you know, do what's actually good for you, right?
Yeah. I mean, I went over because I didn't have anything. Is it still wrong? I felt like I didn't have anything else to do because it's like the big camp's dead, the wave's under PA's tower. I can't really harass PA under the tower as a Sanking, so I was like, well, I may as well walk over there.
Let's replay it. Okay, yes, you can walk over, but the creeps are about to meet now, right? Like this range creep, that is something to do here. You have 5 creeps tanking the tower. You could probably get this range creep basket without tanking the tower, right? She's like pulling it here. Like this. The tower is gonna be busy here for a while.
Cut through the trees and like.
Just get this basket, or like just threaten the PA or whatever. But and also walking over here doesn't mean this is by the way like general spell use. Don't open with the stun unless there's a reason to, right?
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
this guy is. You want to stun him when he's actually running away. He's not running away right now.
Yeah.
On top
He's
of that,
already slowed, right?
yeah, he's
so I
also
can just
slowed.
walk up to that.
Yeah, just hit him, and once he starts getting out of your hit range, then you stun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And regardless, like you guys kind of do something like you're just sitting in the shrapnel for 10 seconds. Well, the stab
Yes.
mostly. Yeah.
I
And
mean,
you're also chasing him here
trying
now.
to walk around it, but yes.
And you're also chasing him here, right? Like you're guaranteeing to lose some last hits here by chasing this far.
Yeah.
And as a result, you end up taking a bajillion damage too. So
Yeah.
for sure, this is where you didn't like lose the lane, but you kind of threw away a big part of your advantage.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Here, kind of missed all the last hits, which was, you know, well,
Yeah.
kind of the point of
Pretty sad.
everything. But that's again because you're too busy like harassing. And you're still equal in last hits, despite all that. As you level Sandstorm, actually the radius gets bigger than the shrapnel, so you have ways to not be in it.
Yes.
Which is nice.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So yeah, I mean, double wave meets. Not sure why you wouldn't Sandstorm it earlier, and why Sandstorm so defensively. Right, like
Yeah.
as this wave is meeting, I'll walk right here and make this the center of the Sandstorm.
Yeah,
Right.
that makes sense.
Like, because you're also using it to zone the PA from last hitting.
Dire's middle tower
Yep.
is under
So,
attack.
very defensive stance, I'm not sure why.
I don't want to break the clarity, I think.
Okay, but then just don't pop the clarity, right? Like, at that moment. As the waves are meeting, pop it after you get the waves, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Now ET ganks. Oof, the burrow actually missed. Oh, you still survived though, wow, that's...
I'm pretty sure I live, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see the call stick against PA because you can't really right click her much, so it helps. Value point.
Yeah, I usually take it when I feel like
Yeah, just 1 point is
I'll
always
be able to
nice.
just throw them away from it, like walk
Yeah.
up and hit it. Like if I didn't get forced to Sandstorm at the rune, I probably would have skilled at level 1 in this lane. But
Yeah,
I don't know if that's
that's fine.
a bad idea.
No, it's not. It's not bad. Yeah, by choosing to farm this wave here, again, you're playing into what the PA wants, right? Because you're just both. He's farming the wave here, you're farming the wave here, but you're stronger, right? So you're the one not zoning him right now. Just get this last hit, and I'll drag the creeps over here to meet the next wave. Like you want, you know, not to have this crazy running around shit because you're the one that's stronger.
Yep.
Right. The ideal case for you is both waves just meet under your Sandstorm and PA can't last hit because of it, or it just takes a lot of damage.
Yep.
But see, like now, if you Sandstorm this, it's gonna push into the tower, or it's just a single wave. But if you can Sandstorm a double wave and it's close to your tower, that's obviously way better, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So and here also, it's like you have 3 points in Sandstorm, but instead you're playing around these two spells. Like right, like
Yeah,
why?
that's true.
Why not just Sandstorm this? I think you're like overthinking the Sandstorm a little bit.
Yeah.
Just fucking pop it and use it as a zoning tool, like to try and get these denies. Force PA to spam dagger on the creeps, right, for last hits.
Yep.
Again, here just walk up, Sandstorm the wave. And yeah, now you set the Sandstorm the camp, right? So again, not contesting her whatsoever. Okay, now the wave is jumping in. Okay, now he's Sandstorm, but like there's like one creep left, right? And like the point of the Sandstorm, right? It's like Underworld Firestorm, like you put it and it's like a shield that cannot really go in. And you use that to, you don't even have to save yourself at this point, but then the next step is use it to secure denies, right? Or prevent it from getting last hits. There's only one creep left as you do it, and don't even try to deny it. He still misses the dagger, I'm pretty sure, yeah. His boots. Storm ganks. Oh, kill the sniper, awesome. Right, but not really, because it doesn't change anything. Yeah, this is kind of a brave move, because you're YOLOing into Flame Guard without Sandstorm, but whatever. Yeah, I don't think you have to go in there into the Ember at all, but yeah. So I actually still had an ask. I don't know. I don't think the PA really did anything, to be honest. It's just you multiple times you were sandstorming the neutral camp here,
Yeah.
chasing the sniper, right? Like doing everything except trying to fuck with the PA with sandstorm.
Okay.
And when yeah, like even when you did have that situation with the PA, it's like you played super defensively, right? You didn't take advantage of it, which was a few minutes back, like here, right?
Yeah.
Here you're not using sandstorm for some reason, so you just hit her like twice and then get burrow. It's a bit damage, but then run away, and then the next wave meets, and this way you go for the camp.
Go farm attack, yeah.
And then the next wave meets, and you're playing super defensive, right? Like you're sitting far back, you're waiting, just watching the PA farm, right? Like.
Yeah.
So I think it's
I guess yeah, too defensive with the sandstorm.
too defensive an approach, yeah. And then let's see the Veno one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how long the queue takes, by the way, but if you want, you can maybe start queuing.
Okay, I'll do that.
And we just check out this last one in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this one is probably like out of the games we looked at, this is the game where I felt like my support was really letting me down a lot.
So you were Veno Shaman?
Ogre. No, Veno Ogre.
Veno Ogre, okay. That should be,
Yeah.
I mean, Ogre's very good against PA though, but
It was Undying though, so.
yeah, that's, Undying is not so cool. Huh. Well, it's definitely not a great lane for you though, as a Veno, because like you want to kite, keep distance, and then she can just spam daggers, which
You can always,
And
dagger
also
me,
make
close
you-
the distance whenever she wants, yeah.
yeah.
Didn't go so great.
If you really, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you wanted to like really crush her, you could go for like a, Gale build, where you put more points to Gale.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a great idea though, because the moment she, goes to jungle, you're like, okay, I have max Gale, what do I do? But that is something to consider potentially.
Okay.
And if you don't,
My Q-
which is fine.
My Q pops instantly.
Okay. Alright, fair enough. I guess it's not that long. Yeah, even if you don't, it's kind of like the centaur thing, right? You have these snakes, that's your, generally, like, it's always the third spell, right? That helps you farm.
Yep.
So, you want to take it easy and plan for that part of the game where you will just farm quickly after the laning stage. And Veno's still not bad against PA mostly because you can buy items later on, right? And through items you can try to counter her, deal with her.
Yep.
Or you can buy armor, you can buy E-blades, Yules, halberds, scepters, whatever the fuck. But
What should I take against Viper AA?
yeah, I mean Puck looks pretty good, right? We talk about the Puck the most, I think. If you want to try it out.
It's banned.
Oh, Puck is banned. Feels bad, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, Wind Ranger. I don't know. We didn't play that in a while. It's not bad against those heroes particularly.
I don't play it.
If you wanna standard, Veno is alright. Actually, wait, you have Storm.
We have no stuns on our team.
You have Storm and you have Ursa. Like they jump people, and who do you need stun from the enemy team, right?
Okay.
Veno is very good against their supports. That's for sure.
Not good against Juggernaut.
Okay, they big jug. That's a bit
Unfortunately.
unlucky. But once again, like no, it is a good Veno game because you have a Ursa, right? So you complement each other well. In terms of pacing, right? Ursa's early game, Veno's pretty good late game. In terms of securing Roche Pit, yeah, the jug is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Like you actually, the snakes can kill the healing ward very easily. So, and AA is the hero that's absolutely garbage at playing against you. Like AA cannot deal with you.
Okay.
Also, you're quite effective against Bounty with a heavy slow. Right, if like Bounty wants to run in and out
Yeah.
poke, and if you just slow him, right, you can easily commit to
Yeah.
kill him.
I find Bounty is kind of goes both ways though, because he can also
Prepare.
run past the wards and not.
Yeah, but I mean, but you're gonna have sentries later too, right? So it's
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you definitely
Bye
want the
Windlace.
Windlace against Jug. Yep. You're with Warlock.
Yes.
Yeah. So this I think. Oh, nice. He has
Tango.
Bassi actually. Oh, that's gonna be really a good lane for you, I think, because he has Basilius. So yeah, I would go for Windlace and maybe some early stats to
Tango circlets and branches.
Yeah, is anybody else gonna be buying Urn? You could buy the Urn if nobody else does.
I usually get Urn on Veno, like most games.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
like kind of not a very good Urn game though, right?
There's no such thing as not a good Urn game because you
I mean,
can use
when
it
I
on
say that, I
allies.
mean like they have. Yeah, okay, the heal's good because they have 2 dispels, right? So
Dude, Urn is good even just for the stats, man. Like it's it's a hella good item. Like
okay.
what,
Yeah, I mean I buy it most games on Veno. Unless
like what better item are you gonna get for that money basically?
no, yeah, for sure. So usually I start with the circlet and then finish the Urn.
Yeah, value. You could do that, but you also get like a medallion, right? So you're gonna have pretty high armor. It looks like a very good medallion game to boost your Ursa and Storm solo kill potential. Yeah, I would favor your pick, to be honest. Like, because basically all they have is like they jump people, try to burst them with duel or some shit, right? Like they don't have very good.
Oh man, I can't buy the last branch because I have 49 gold.
Ah, feels bad. Oh wait, it's not the end of the world.
Oh, they swapped. I'm laning with Dazzle now.
No Bassi feels bad, man. Well, Dazzle, I mean, it's also a good matchup though. I mean, good. Like this AA, if he's ever out of position, like even slightly, just immediately dead. Yeah.
Yes.
And also, he doesn't really have setup for the jug. Not a hard disable, so should be pretty easy for you to keep distance.
I'm probably just getting boots pretty quickly, right?
So yeah, you could just rush the boots. I don't think it's a stronger item for you to get. I'm thinking item-wise, what kind of boots upgrade do you get? Phase or Arcane, right? Because actually, it is a very good Lotus game.
Mm-hmm.
You could get Lotus at some point.
Yeah, because of track.
Yeah, or even Travels actually might be nice. Think about it, depending what you take in the game.
Apparently, Dazzle doesn't want to cast Poison Touch.
Yeah, it's a big cooldown, but you know, spin is even bigger cooldown. What you guys can do is like you can force the spin with one of the spells, then you have the other one like Gale or Touch for after the spin. I think that's gonna be a pretty good approach. But yeah, I think you do absolutely standard build. Right, you just get
Boots and some boot upgrade.
Yeah, no, skill build. I mean, skill build, right? Like you just
Oh yeah.
like 1, 2, 4.
Yep.
Oh, I don't think you need extra tangos. So why do you? I thought you're rushing the boots, right?
You wouldn't have bought the second set?
I mean, you haven't used a single one yet, so. And I don't think you're gonna have to use them because it's like either you die to spin or you're full HP, or like. Anyway, it's not the biggest deal, but yeah, just get those boots as soon as possible. You know, click the jug whenever you can. Yeah. Once every 6 seconds. Oh, you could have refreshed the poison touch. It's gone now. If Jug is in attack range and he does not have Poison Sting, you wanna click him. That's all. Just once is enough, right? But
You're a great addition to my guard.
I'm missing like every last hit.
yo, Lord G-Man, thank you for the sub, bro. Resub, maced. Oh, Gale last hit, nice. That 50 damage, holy shit. It's a pretty narrow window. Yeah, I mean, don't worry about missing last hits, it's whatever. Like,
Oh, I didn't go far enough, huh?
I mean, it's not like it matters, right? It's mostly about the damage.
Dire's courier has been
Took
killed.
the damage anyway, so. Okay, Jug is not reaching yet. Boots are flying out. Probably gonna get yours before his, so that's good.
Thank goodness.
It is actually very good, now that I think about it, it is a very good Yule's game, too,
Yeah.
because kind of
I was thinking,
lack interrupts, and it's, yeah, there's Legion too. You could actually go for the speedy build, like Yule's Travels. I think you stuck around a bit too long there, it's a bit dangerous. Okay, now I got boots. Yeah, especially now with the level 2 points thing, just whenever you can, just walk up, click him. Get that damage ticking. Yeah, I think that would actually be pretty solid build. Also because with move speed you can, well, stay away from all the heroes.
Courier has been killed.
That was way too big of a circle. I mean, I
That
know
was
you want to keep
not
the
worth
creeps,
it.
but you didn't have to take 100 damage in the process. Yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
it's fine. Yeah, I think actually something like careful. Just click at the Jugger once. He's in range. That creep. AI pathing. Yeah, so earn into Yules, into Travels. I think that's gonna be a nice build. Because when you're super fast like that, it really changes how you play these heroes. That's like Veno and Necro mostly that you can do this on.
oh, I'm dumb. Oh, man.
You're fine, you're fine. Just Gale him and keep running. And actually, he's dead, so care for Chilling Touch. Okay, well, AA is gonna die for it.
Yeah.
It's alright, it's alright. It's just a bit of a.
I was just not paying attention.
Just gotta be a bit, you know, crispier on the, you know, you click the ward, walk back, alright.
Yes.
Anyway, you're still winning the lane. Like, don't worry. Just, I mean, it's only gonna get easier for you, right? Like, Veno scales way harder. As you start getting the snake levels now, it's gonna be insane. Yeah, that guy probably just did actually. One more hit. One more hit. Oh, the snake refreshes the poison touch as well.
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
nice. Well, I don't think he's gonna take out actually. Maybe we need to put another snake in the trees. Scout him. Let's close, like 1 or 2 more hits. But anyway, you don't care, it's fine, like you're owning.
Can also kill the healing ward with it, which is nice.
Yeah, which
I
is
can
really
find.
very strong. Just don't lose track of who the hero is. There is no reason you should ever be in melee range of the jug. So
Where did this creep go?
nice. Blocked him. Gonna have to click him again in like 2 seconds. There we go. Just you can mentally count down from 9 for your strong poisons thing. Okay. As you're doing that though, like running towards him, you have to be really careful. If he decides to run towards you, you need to abort mission immediately, right? Like.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Oh, healing ward is down. Try to snipe it.
I did.
With Plague Ward, right? Like not with
Yeah.
Yeah, just there you go, there it is. Easy. 75 gold. You could click him. Okay, you're fine, just keep running. Nice. Now AA should be dead. He's gonna TP out maybe if he's smart.
Nope. He's dumb.
Alright, that's an earn charge for you too. Remember Jug still... Nah, okay, he's gonna push out. I meant to say he still has no spin for a while, but yeah.
Dire's courier has been killed.
At some point, yeah, you can tell Dazzle to stack Ancients. Yeah, he's stacking the hard camp, that's nice. You could do the triangle farming shit. But I wouldn't do that until you've taken at least a tier 1 though, because it's like taking a lot of space from tier. Oh yeah, now with the...
Should I get a wand?
Hmm?
Should I get a wand?
No, I don't think you need it. No, just rush to use. Also, there's
Like, they
AA,
don't
right?
they don't cast any spells, so...
Yeah, like there's AA
And
later
you
on,
can't
so...
heal.
Yeah. Yeah, so start spamming the... You can get a Void Stone if you want to support the snake spam, but you gotta start spamming them, and like they're quite strong now, level 3. You know, make the wall in front of the tower for hella pressure.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Just don't be closer than you have to be with your hero to the creeps. Think about like they can... The only way they can catch you is they duck out from the trees somewhere. Right next to you, right?
Oh, bounties, yeah.
Oh, bring out a dust. 2 dusts, in fact. Super worth it. Like it means that he cannot play his game, essentially. Against you. Like, I mean, he can TP out, obviously, but you will be forcing him to TP out all the time.
Oh my god, the curio.
Just yeah. Your snakes should never be off cooldown at this stage.
I was having macro issues. This is why you don't want to see me play Aquaman. I can't even get my fucking items off the curio.
It's fine, it's fine.
Well, cast spells.
He's vortexing the fucking words. I think he knows that it doesn't work. Yeah, it's kind of an annoying part of playing Veno, but yeah, you have to just constantly spam that shit.
Yeah.
Alright, 10-minute bounties up. Yeah, this becomes your lane now. Jug is gone.
I guess I go get it.
No, don't get it. What the fuck? You're taking over the lane, man. Like, somebody else is gonna take it. It's not your job. You're like Brood, man. Like, the wards are your webs, but you have to spam them. Look, if you have a bunch of plague wards set up, they like cannot gank you without dying for it, right? Especially, you could take ulti at level 8. Oh, Legion's here.
Their whole team is dead.
Yeah, that's fine. Just scale him, keep running. Yeah, he's gonna like purge it off, but now he doesn't have it, so click him once. You have Urn also. Yep. See, this is what I mean. Like, they have to run through snakes, and that 11% slow just means that they can't catch you. You have another Urn. Yep. Easy game. Snake in the trees is gonna die, or just like that. Yeah. Okay, spam wards to get the tower. Don't deny your wards, that's not a... Every time I see the plague ward off cooldown, I'm gonna start counting, okay? That's gonna annoy you into remembering.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
I have Yules.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's coming on the query, yeah. Make sure to rebuy the Windlace also.
Oh yeah.
Like, rebuy the Windlace and then go for travels.
And I should get a neutral item too.
Okay, now Viper's here. Just set up a wall somewhere. Or actually, you could... you lost tier 1 mid. somehow.
Mm,
You can maybe start doing the same thing mid. It's better than if you do it at the
Yeah.
tier 2 and their mid tower is still up. It's gonna be tough.
this guy's kind of scary, huh? Okay.
Might have had to use
I
the
should
Legion
have
instead.
probably done it to myself, huh?
What? No, to use the Legion instead.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was like, whatever. Just
I didn't know he had an Athos. I should have clicked him.
yeah. It's not the biggest deal. Like Ursa's doing really well.
What am I doing? Travels. Probably the night when I see my inventory. Might help.
Well, you can just walk.
Maybe not a good idea.
No.
He is already
The
dead.
thing is, you want to be mid. Just walk mid. Fucked up.
Yeah.
Veno, look, there's no such thing as like Veno TP to the tower and save me. Okay, that's not what Veno does.
Yeah.
Like nobody also ever said like, oh yeah, I got ganked, but then Brute TP to my lane and saved me, right? Like
Your bottom tower is under attack.
it's not how these heroes work. So just go pressure mid.
Yep.
Your top tower is under attack.
Again, it's a little bit annoying that you guys don't have tower, but it's not the end of the world. That's why you have Yules. Only way is like Legion jumps out of nowhere to try and duel you, but you have a Yules for that. Yeah, get the synchronize. Yeah, definitely want to get the Plague Ward duration here.
Yep.
Then... No, to yourself.
No. This was not a good idea.
Okay, you're maybe gonna kill the bounty. Yeah. Definitely don't you yourself. I mean, you're probably dead regardless, but I'll kill the healing ward with. Okay.
I can't.
And you got the last
I
hit,
have no
nice.
wood.
You got the last hit, which feels good. So.
Yeah.
Oh, Storm got the fucking trinket. Talk about lucky.
That was just a panic. I don't know what I was doing. I think I'm just dead there, right? I don't really know what I could do to not die.
Your middle tower
Oh dear. Well, that's not good. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, sorry.
Just,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I know using myself is not gonna keep me alive, but I don't know what I was supposed to do instead.
Well, just Yule the Jugger after the spin or Yule the Viper. I mean, probably die either way, but you'll stay alive for longer. Yeah. Yeah, the Aethel's annoying because it's long reach, but
Yeah.
if you have snakes ahead of you, it's not the biggest
That's
deal.
a bit safer, I guess.
Yeah, also once you get travels, you can like run further before it connects with you, and yeah. I mean, Ursa can come for a free kill. Your team is like owning them top.
Yep.
Or maybe not. Heal him. But why go on him? I mean,
I am not sure. It's a good question.
look, this is a classic situation. It feels like, oh, I am sitting mid pushing the wave and then Viper pushes it back. Like, oh, this is bad, I gotta do something else. But no, like, you're doing the right thing. Like, you're getting farm, you're keeping the Viper there. Like, it's not a problem. You don't have to, like, switch it up just because you're not getting the tower instantly, right? Like, eventually the Viper's gonna have to leave, right? And then you get the tower. And even if he never does, like, so what? Again, you're getting farm. What's the problem? No need to pressure yourself into like making some different play, right? That ends up costing your life. Yeah, now there's nobody here. You can set up, set up the snake wall on their stairs. Yeah.
Tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack.
Nice. You have some extra creeps coming in for some
Where
reason.
did these come from?
Alright, Jug's running in. Already used the spin, so if he stays afterwards, he's just gonna die.
They're just gonna bring that whole team.
Okay, but how is that a bad thing? Like, you're still getting these last hits, right?
Not a bad thing, as long as I don't feed.
Just you don't have to go on anybody, that's all. Okay, you got the travels. Get him quick. That's also basically like a strong survivability item. Bounty's wrapping around most likely, but you can kill him with the dust. You could scan even if you want. Oh no, he's mid, he's at the tower. Okay, now with the travels. Oh, there's a Gleipnir on Viper. So I'm gonna be a bit careful for. You could actually get Lotus, which dispels it if you want the. Yeah. Now you could, for example, travel bottom, get a free A kill, pressure there. Or keep up the pressure mid if you want to force more people here. I guess Storm is around with Arcane Rune, he might want to jump the Viper now, so we can back him up. Yeah, put at least one ward on their high ground too. I guess it's a bit far actually, yeah, I can't. Oh, look at bottom. Okay, there's... Oh, they're talking? Yeah, for sure mute them, like if there's only... Oh, okay, this is spooky. Yulen, if you can. Him, not you, man. Try to be out. Oh, let's do it. Just, if you yourself, it's like you're doing what the Atos does, but stronger.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, the point of the Atos is to keep you in place for 2 seconds. And then if you use yourself afterwards, you're keeping yourself in place for 4 seconds. Right? So...
Yeah.
I... What's the problem? Like, they're flaming or what?
Yeah. Storm is telling me to go top. I'm like, why the fuck would I go top? So,
Legion's
he
bottom
said
of
he
the
was
lane.
going to report me for griefing, and then I muted him.
There's an observer bottom, so you could also play bottom potentially. But oh, Viper has a haste. Maybe you can Yule to break it, and Orisa kills him. Yule him. There we go. Okay, now keep distance. You don't have to right click him. You're not a right clicker. You earn him, he earns you. That's funny.
Yeah.
Alright, now go push bottom. Don't chase. You're a Veno. Go push bottom. Earn yourself. Actually, travel mid. Jugger's there already. Never mind. Whatever, just push bottom, man. But yeah, your team is collapsing on you. He TP it out. Okay, now you can travel mid. And that's also why I bought the travels, right? So you can quickly move from lane to lane. Help your team, like, get that mid tower. It's super important. Even if they can get without you, doesn't matter. Like, just secure it. Okay, nice. Now secured Roche versus Roshing. Just put some snakes around the Roche pit. Again, the point of the travels is that you can do your split pushing shenanigans and also always be with the team. And remember, your job in the fights is just spam snakes and throw a Gale occasionally, that's all. And you'll somebody if you have to. Don't need to do anything super special. Careful, don't walk into his Gleipnir.
Just
Yep.
because I've done it 5 times doesn't mean I'm gonna do it again.
4 staff can be good. Oh, you should definitely
Yeah.
grab the Pupil's Gift. It's gonna tank you up. You could also get a 4 staff before the Lotus or just trade a Lotus, up to you. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
I would
both
usually
skipper.
get a full stuff in a game like this.
Yeah.
I mean, Lotus is kind of the same against Gleipnir, right?
Yeah, it's similar, yeah. Okay, yeah, now you can take over bottom, right? Play under that big ward. You see everything.
They coming. to
Okay,
me.
whole team bottom. Nice, just run to the tower. You have travels, you can easily get anywhere you need to be. Don't leave though, because Ursa's here with Aegis. DD probably wants to fight, so again, with your job, spam snakes.
Yep.
At no point should you be right-clicking any enemy hero more than once. Right? Even once is... Oh, bounty.
I saw him, yeah.
That guy's not very happy, I think. Okay, get some more dust actually, you have an empty slot.
I have him coming on the courier.
Okay. Now just focus on the tower, your team's gonna go crazy chasing for kills. Your job is to spam snakes on the tower and actually... Like if your Storm wants to throw the game like he's doing, that's on him.
It's not a good trade.
Stay far back, heal the Viper.
Oh god.
No, this is fine, Now your Ursa has time to go for him. Alright. Get...
This guy's dead.
Yeah. Okay, get to the tower, get to the fucking tower. Again. Like, no need to join on this bullshit. You're about to hit your level 15 talent, which is just ridiculously strong, right? Like, the slow bonus, because that's like the biggest, you know, thing that your hero does. And you're almost doubling the effect. It goes from 15 minor annoyance to 25 actual slow that you're just applying on everybody all the time. It's super strong. Okay, depressed glyph doesn't mean you can't get the tower. Ursa still has
So
Aegis
happy.
even.
Well, in the trees.
You can scan. Scan on top of yourself, dust if it hits. Okay, he's a bit further back. Don't have to die for him, he's... Next free
I'm
wave is
just
coming,
looking.
don't pussy out. Next free wave is coming. You're gonna get the tower, nice. Alright, now be a bit scared. Put one more snake and the tower's gonna die. Well, it's gonna die to your existing snakes, I guess. You can earn yourself after this.
Enemy's
Yeah.
bottom tower.
Awesome, get their outpost. Storm died. What is... Man, the Storm does not like winning, I guess. But again, it's not your issue. You have some time to farm a triangle like once or twice, the ancients. Bring the big camp also. Like with the way your farm works is DOT, if you're farming 1 or 2 camps at the same time, like it doesn't make you any slower, so.
Wait.
Getting close to the Lotus. Nice, get the slow talent. Now you're super strong. It's like, I want to call it undispellable. It's not actually undispellable, but it's just you're reapplying it all the time, so it ends up being like as if it's undispellable, right? 5 enemies missing. Could be smoking or something. No, they showed
I see 2.
Viper's bottom, yeah. Maybe deny the DD with a ward. Your team is far away, so...
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, you can defend that, but I'll approach the long way. You could get caught this if you walk like this, yeah.
Dire structures are fortified.
Keep your distance, be ready to use if LC blinks on you. And get called a scripter. Again, put your mouse on the fucking play words, man. Like, you're walking into melee range before placing them. Like, you gotta click them from max range. Otherwise you get caught by the Gleipnir. I know it's very tempting to right click, but usually a bad idea.
Yep.
Remember, you don't have sentries. Could be a bounty scouting. They could all be waiting in the trees. Just chill under the tower. Okay, Viper showing mid. Again, now your team is coming. Now you can probably head out. With tier 3 items, let's see what would be best for you. Probably the Quickening Charm would be best. Yeah, that's what we'll be hoping.
I was not ready.
Okay, you can Gale ulti. Nice, he's gonna die for it. This is not the worst thing, I mean... Legion's gonna probably survive. That guy's gonna survive, yeah. I mean, your team was kinda coming, but not really.
Yeah.
Well, but once again, there's no need for your hero to right-click the creeps in order for you to push the wave, right? That's what you got your snake buddies for.
Yep.
The fuck are they? Spam clicking the outpost. Oh, there is a quick jump. Oh, nice. What the fuck? Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a 35-second cooldown on your TP. Yeah, I could just travel on the Mud Golem. On the Warlock Golem, I mean. It works, right? Or no? Well, now it's gonna die, so don't do it anymore.
Yeah, not now.
It's okay to TP out of base when you have travels, right? Like, because the cooldown is so much shorter.
Right.
And you're not wasting gold. Okay, shove this. You need like 250 gold for the Lotus. Okay, of course, in position, nice. Still, I mean, dying is kind of... Dying without using ulti feels bad, but dying with using your ulti and Gale is not something you should feel too bad about. Don't block the camp. Nice. Alright, no camps for you, I guess. Storm has regen, so...
No camps. This guy's pissed at me.
Curse is gonna get dangerous. They're all missing. This is the most dangerous place in the map.
Yes.
You can YOLO throw a Gale and walk away, but yeah, there they are.
I'm way too scared to Gale that wave. It's okay, I'm sure Storm will kill himself to make sure I don't get any farm.
You guys are all gathered. Nice, so close to the Lotus. But yet so far when Ursa shows up.
Yeah. Gonna die 40 gold away again.
Yeah, just use it to remove track, gold feet, reflect the Omnisash. That's basically... That's the biggest one by far. If you manage to, like, if you see who juggers about Omnisash. Yeah, get enough from the bounties at least.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'll get the shard now. Still be a bit careful. Every time you go, you can push top.
Get what, sorry?
The Agnum shard.
Oh, okay. Used to be free.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it better like this because it means you... Before you had to choose between that and the slow, I think. Yeah, now...
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, I don't see anything higher impact for you to buy for that money. Oh, Ursa got caught. He has BKB and ulti though, you can maybe save him. Go for the fight. You have travels? Okay, you're almost there. Okay, Jug uses shit. Can heal somebody to catch. Alright, Storm is dead actually, probably gotta run. Lotus to remove the slows and track. I keep running, nice. Kill the bounty. Nice. Ursa doing work. Earn yourself. Bounty might go back for you. It's probably dying to your ult actually. It's probably one hit.
I don't know if I got him with the dust or not.
Sure. Well, not like it matters for your damage, right? So.
No. Just whether I'd see him coming to kill me or not.
Ah, yeah. Well, either way, together with the shard, you can send out 1 or 2 more dusts. Spam snakes to hit the tower, because that's
Are fortified.
glyph maybe your way.
Dire structures are fortified.
You're here to get the tower, you know, so it's you can right click it also. It doesn't have shards, so don't worry about the vortex.
I do not know what his shot does.
It gives a DOT on the vortexes. It's like 40.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
Storm took your wave bottom. Well, okay, kind of brave place to run around in, but okay, you see the bounty, but yeah, the rest are about to spawn. You could take their outpost back. Maybe a snake on the high ground. Afterwards.
I see most of them.
Okay, got another Roche. Okay, level 20, you get the poison of duration, and then yeah, item wise, I think actually it'd be good to go for the Octarine here, because you will benefit quite a lot from the extra cast range, because you have Yules.
Yep.
Okay, your team is wrapping around mid, be ready to travel there. Protection blue, okay. Just get the wave bottom, like this is pointless because you guys have no creeps anywhere, so. You can also travel mid to take a wave there. Be careful now because you could get jumped, like they know your team's not here. Yeah, this is fine, divisions will die. Travel mid or top. Definitely do not want to be farming jungle solo, yeah. That's why the travel aspect, because then you don't have to walk around alone through the jungle, right? When your team is not there.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta stick to the lanes, like. Because if they know where your whole team is, and the enemies are not there, then like, then what are they doing, right?
Gonna kill me, yeah.
Yeah. But then that's also why I bought travels though, so that. Because if you didn't have travels, this whole play would be suicide automatically. Like, not only are you slow, but you have no reliable way to TP out. But you have travels so that you're able to do this and still be with the team if necessary. Holy shit, that damage. Oh, it's illusion, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
it looks like an illusion when he does so much damage, and it actually was, yeah.
Also an illusion.
9 overpower attacks. That's pretty overpowered, haha.
I go bottom here.
Travel to them. They just got the AA outside of the base. Yeah, instead of running all the way back for that creep wave, you can just drag the creeps as they spawn from bottom to mid, right? Put one stake in their base, also. For vision or whatever, yeah, just drag the creeps. You don't have to dive with them. Oops.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
A buyback. You guys can still siege though, or I guess Ursa scared or something? He's waiting for his enrage, okay. I mean, okay, fuck it, go travel bottom and farm, because your team doesn't want to do anything.
Your
Oh, it got
bottom
cancelled.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, I TP it to the creep and I died because I'm stupid. I didn't
Yeah,
look,
let's
I
take
just clicked on the
advantage.
map.
Don't worry about it. It happens.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Warlock's hitting level 20 soon, so he's actually gonna have wave clear. He has a fucking Midas, dude. What? It
Yeah, he's
is
had it for quite
lens,
a while.
lens on fucking. Who buys lens on? Why? I get the Octarine, but like, it's like 1500 range is not enough, but 1700 range, that's a game changer, right? Like, nobody ever said that. I'll buy the soul booster first, just so you're a bit tankier, even though like you will get lens value, but I feel like you want that HP.
No! Yes, got it.
The leveler. I mean, the only better thing for you will be spell prism. So
Yeah.
they're probably
Alright,
right
I guess
there.
that's time.
Remember, you're not frontlining. Oh, there's a bounty there.
Yeah.
You might walk on the sentry. Oh, there's a legion there.
This guy's crazy.
Okay, bounty has been caught. Collect your in charge.
Alright, but
Cannot stop
use
him.
him.
He dies for it though, so it's like, who cares? Put your mouse on the Gale, by the way, because that was your shortest range spell other than the Yules. And when you buy the shard, it increases the range, so...
Oh wow, I didn't know it did that. Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. I thought it just gave you the talent.
Yeah.
It's like
No,
twice
no,
as
you
far.
can read it, right? It's under the, on the right of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
spells.
I just didn't know.
Okay,
This
spam
is not-
snakes, spam snakes, do not follow them. Just load to somebody maybe. Yeah, well, one of the cores ideally. Not, I think Warlock's being targeted with anything, but yeah. Oh, he didn't take the AoE Shadow Word. Aim this to not die, but then also the Golem on Death Talent. Nice. Yeah, whenever you have it, you can just gale some heroes to get some extra snakes out. Nice, you reflected a bunch of shit.
It was
He
on
might die,
cooldown.
though.
Spamming it.
Oh. Yeah, you can earn them, just use all the earns on him. Why would he enrage that? Oh no, wait, that's... Was that enrage? No.
Yeah.
Oh, the 6th, he has the shard, the 6th Fury Swipe makes him enraged for 1 second.
This guy is going ham.
Yeah, whenever you can hit 2 heroes with Gale, you should cast it just because it spawns a lot of wards.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, close to reflecting. You can only remove the Viper Strike, you can only reflect it.
Yeah.
Okay, he's fucking in.
Well.
That's a dead guy.
Dead Juggernaut.
Everybody's full HP.
The enemy's top barracks has fallen.
You could travel bottom, yeah, throw 1 Gale and then run mid to the team. Throw 1 Gale and a ward and now run mid, yeah. Yeah, so even here, I mean, you're not gonna die because your team is nearby and Legion was dead, but you need to walk a lot more carefully with the Veno. Yeah. Like you need to walk through lanes, through like take the long paths, right?
Okay.
Through your side of the map. Even if you are going for the tanky build, like this is the speedy build. If you're speedy or tanky build, whatever, like, or utility, doesn't matter. It's just your hero does not like to fight randomly in the jungle, right? You don't want to get jumped in the jungle. That's the idea.
Yep.
You want to be able to set up and fight on lanes. I got all the ultis. Satanic on Ursa. Oh shit. Giga farmed. Remember, you're a very juicy dual target for Legion, so keep that in mind. Don't get too close. Like he's okay. He went for the dazzle again. It's fine. He has Aghanims actually. Dust. Oh, did you get the Omnisash effect? Nice. Yeah, the only thing is you missed the Legion survived because he got glimmered, so you have to dust him a bit sooner.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Anyway, GG.
Gee.
Yeah, I hope it kind of shows you like why
Yeah.
Veno is a good pick, why it fits.
Should a bit more carefully.
Uh,
Amazing.
I mean, obviously, like there were some tough moments and stuff. And to be honest, this is not easy to play like this kind of role. It takes like a lot of understanding of exactly what the enemy team wants to do, what your team wants to do. It's not easy, but I hope you can see the strength. Like you're providing this cover for these jumping heroes like Ursa and Storm to be able to go right. Like
You got him.
like you're providing the safe space that like the Storm and the Ursa can jump out of and retreat into. Essentially, that's the idea.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because you mentioned like we have no stuns, right? As you're picking, yes, but also like the enemy mid was a Viper, right? And their offlaner is a Legion. These aren't heroes that are tough to catch without stuns, essentially, right? Like they're not getting away.
Yeah.
Now, if they had, like, what would you say like are the worst heroes to play against as Veno?
As Veno?
Yeah.
Ricky's pretty fucking annoying.
Kinda. Yeah.
Like heroes that can get on top of you without having to go through the wards.
Exactly, yeah, pretty much.
Right.
So Ricky, yeah, I mean Ricky is annoying, and Ricky also kind of just OP in general, but yeah, stuff like, Lycan is the first one that comes to mind, just flat out ignores the slow. Weaver also ignores the slow.
Weaver's pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I mean, like heroes like Viper and Legion are the opposite, like there's no way they ever reach you if you're set up with the wards and everything, so...
If
I mean, obviously,
bad.
on paper, obviously, if they it will happen occasionally.
Yeah.
It will happen occasionally, but the point is, like in the long run, like you have a good matchup. Like playing Viper against Veno is a nightmare because it's just you have. I mean, playing Viper in general feels like that, but you just have no control over the game, right? Like you do not ever determine like, oh, Veno out of position, I'm gonna punish him. No, like it has to be. You have to count on your team, right? And that feels bad.
Void Spirit is another one that's pretty annoying to play against.
Yeah, Void Spirit, any Spirit really, like, or Puck. It's yeah, if they had one of those, then yeah, Veno would not be the call, but
yeah.
And the lane definitely, like, it could have gone a lot better, but it still went quite well. You were actually ahead of the Jugger significantly.
I think the lane went better than I expected for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Jug is okay against you, but not the best, and AA is pretty much useless, right? We picked it with the AA in mind, both AA and Bounty. That's the thing, because as an offlaner, you're generally just gonna see the two supports, and both AA and Bounty are horrible at dealing with Veno, right?
Yep.
AA because, well, just a squishy int, any squishy int is bad against Veno, and Bounty because he counts on, his move speed and his high armor to stay alive. You counter both of those aspects, basically. So, a Dust, Gale on Bounty, and he's basically dead, right? Like, he just cannot play his hero, essentially. Not to mention that when you're pushing with snakes, he really cannot do anything about it.
Yep.
So, what did you call? What about the build? Would you have done this build, or?
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have gone. I might not have finished the travels. I might have just gone Tranquil's Yours for stuff. Which I guess is the same idea, right? Like, just go as fast as possible and get the Yours, but.
Well, not quite. I mean, Tranquil's.
It doesn't give you the. But I mean, you can see I'm not used to playing with travels, right? Because I'm not actually team.
So okay, so.
I mean, it's just kind of like, oh, it makes you go really fast.
I'm glad you bring it up. The point of the travels is you have more control over the map. Alright? That's why I recommend it. Because Tranquils means you basically kind of have to go with the team. If you're ever alone, and you... Like, the only option you have is to TP to a tower, which in the late game means, like, TPing the base, essentially.
Yeah.
And that means you cannot join the team.
Like, I get the concept, I'm just not very, like, good at applying it, because I don't play with travels very often. Because I find that, like, it's too greedy to buy as an offlaner a lot of the time, if that makes sense.
Well, to rush it maybe, but you're not buying it first item. And you're not buying it to be greedy, you're buying it to be able to apply pressure. Like, because if you're not bottom while your team is running around as 4 smoking, like who's gonna be there, right?
Yeah, and like also, like, I don't usually play heroes that do that role. Like, I've been playing better and Puck lately, obviously, but like the other heroes I play, like Centaur, Tidehunter, like they're not gonna buy travels and split push, right? It's not.
Yeah, fair enough. That's they're very different. Yeah, but
like, Underlord, I've kind of like used to it with Underlord because it's like I have the ulti. It's kind of like similar, but it's like
built-in travels, basically.
But I'm much more conservative with it, right? Because it's not a 35-second cooldown.
Yeah, it's just it's the thing though. Like, if you are doing it, then you cannot like just casually stroll through the enemy jungle towards your team when the enemy already knows where your team is, right? You just you're gonna die. Like, it's they have to be AFK for you not to die when trying that. So that's kind of the idea.
Makes sense.
All right. Well, any other questions for this one?
No, I think it's pretty good. I'll try and come up with some more stuff for next.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the puck. I mean, try the magic damage puck that we were talking about.
Yeah, I'll try it out because I played I played a few games like earlier in January, but like only the last week or so I've really been playing quite a bit. And yeah, I played I think 3 games of puck. I think you looked at 2, but I think I played another one as well. But, so I'm still putting it in there when it seems like a good pick.
Yeah, just
I'll definitely try it out without the
Mantle Swift Blink
stuff and see how it goes.
Yeah. And give it a try with the CDR, with the E-Blade Dagon, and then maybe next time we could do a live game on that. Yeah.
All right. And, we'll see you next time.
Okay, man. Yeah, have a good one.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you're welcome. See ya.
See ya.
Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna be just that for today, most likely. Maybe I'll be back later with another stream, but cannot guarantee or promise. That's gonna be it for now. Thanks for watching.